As we now see Alejandro Alonso make his way from the ramp towards the ring. A veteran fighter, having close to 40 professional fights in his career. From right here in Tijuana, Mexico. This fight in the welterweight division. Going for 6 rounds now.
Getting pretty romantic.
I know, they're cueing in the baby making music. Switched up though.
There we go.
For the music of one Rafael Ramirez, who's making his way to the stage right now, sporting a record of 19-4-2. There we see Ramirez. Ramirez signed with Mayweather Promotions, decked out in TMT gear. Known the Mayweathers for a very long time now. As Ramirez is getting set now for the 26th fight of his pro career. That man right there, Alejandro Alonso, wanting to derail that plan, wanting to add another win to his record. Certainly it would be a big win for him if he's able to do that.
Damas y caballeros, Borizteca Boxing Promotions y BIB, The Best in Boxing, presenta este encuentro pactado a 6 rounds en la división de peso welter. 6 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Your 3 judges scoring. Sus 3 jueces: Francisco Pacheco, Sergio Lechuga y Max Zúñiga Lavandera. And your 3rd man at the bell, el tercero a superficie, el profesor Fernando Rentería. Introducing the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing black trunks with red. He's official weight 157.5 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, vistiendo pantaloncillo negro con rojo, con un peso de 157.5 libras. Cuenta con 39 combates profesionales. He stands with 39 professional bouts. De Tijuana, Baja California, Alejandro Alonso. And his opponent across the ring, standing in the red corner, wearing black and gold. His official weight, 158.5 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo negro con oro, con un peso de 158.5 libras. In his professional campaign, he stands with a record of 19 victories, including 4 losses, 2 draws, and 10 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 19 victorias, 4 derrotas, 2 empates y 10 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. Representing San Diego, California, USA, el Rafael Ramirez. And here is with the final instructions, con las indicaciones finales, el profesor Fernando Rentería.
Ok, listos. Rafa, atentos a las indicaciones. No cabezazos, no golpes en la nuca, no golpes en la espalda ni debajo del cinturón. Atentos a mis indicaciones. Sale, suerte, choquen los guantes, gane el mejor.
And here we go, 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Rafael Ramirez in the black trunks going up against Alejandro Alonso, the black trunks with red trim. Ramirez is no stranger to those of you who have been watching the Best in Boxing series. Has fought in the card once more before. Looks in phenomenal shape compared to that last fight. He's been taking his training seriously.
Not to mention those sweet shorts he's wearing, Marcos.
Hey, it is summer.
We're still in spring, but I get where you're going.
Gotta show off the merchandise, you know, for them lady fans. So Alonso lunges in with 2-punch combination. Ramirez moving out of the distance. Throwing that jab, following it up again. Lands the jab right there.
And that's the style of Rafael Ramirez, that boxing, that good school of boxing, man. You're not gonna hit him with any one clean shot like Alejandro Alonso is trying to throw right now. So he needs to pick up his pace, because Rafael Ramirez could do this all night. Just keep jabbing, keep moving, keep popping those hard shots. Pop, pop, right there.
So he lands a 3-punch combination there. Alonso staying patient. Great jab, though, from Ramirez. Finds its mark there just moments ago.
Yeah, Marcos, like I said, though, in order to beat Ramirez, you need to be more active with your shots. You know, you're not going to land one shot. You got to throw them in combinations.
Alonso, it seems, trying to time the jab of Ramirez, seeing if he can land a counter punch, though he's swinging wildly right there as he backs Ramirez momentarily to the corner. Stiff jab there from Ramirez. Lands with that jab. The jab is the biggest weapon for Ramirez's arsenal as he sets up the straight just moments ago. He's extremely active with it.
Yeah, Marcos, like I said before, earlier when this round started, that's what you're going to see from Rafael Ramirez. It's just that school of boxing, which is what you learn first. The first day you go into the gym is that jab. He's going to keep popping that jab all night.
So coming to the end of round number 1. Filling out round for both fighters, as Ramirez was the busier of the two. He's getting corner instructions now. Did you like what you saw in that first round from Ramirez, Chris?
Yeah, because you said his activity level was up. Is something that we criticized in his last bout. Considering he didn't throw many punches, he was very defensive. He came out and he threw combinations, landed that stiff jab every single time. He's definitely picking it up from the last fight, and after warming up in that first round, see if he picks it up here in the second round.
As round number 2 is underway, we'll see if Alonso has anything in his arsenal to counter not only the jab, but he lands a 3-punch combination there. He has anything to answer the jab of Ramirez. So he looks real composed in there. Good uppercut snuck in there by Ramirez. Digs to the body there.
Nice body shot.
He follows it up with 2-punch combination. Alonso answering back.
And to touch on that, Marcos, I mean, You see it. He definitely bringing up his punch count from the last time.
He pops another jab to the face of Alonso.
Yeah, Alonso's a veteran, though, man. He's going to take those shots all night. Keep coming.
And coming he is. As he's starting to up the ante a little bit with volume. Ramirez staying calm in there.
Yeah, Alonso threw more punches in that combination than he did in the first round.
Alonso, veteran of the sport.
Nice body shot again.
Being patient, picking his shots, staying composed, not going away from his game plan. So he continues to box and move.
And you see the focus in Ramirez's eyes.
Such an active jab from Ramirez. He's able to keep Alonso at bay when he is throwing it, making him think twice about moving in.
Yeah, man, it's a very schooled jab, stiff jab, and there's that left hook to the body again.
Alonso just looking for that small opening. Ramirez smartly moving out of the way of that little flurry moments ago. Lunging there with his punches. Alonso just trying to find something to get his offense going.
And that's the thing, Ramirez is so elusive that Alonso is hesitating to throw because of that, man. He every time he throws, he misses.
So we come now to the end of round number 2. Another solid round for Rafael Ramirez, who's at this point made use of his jab and perhaps gotten the nod of the judges for that second round.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we see our lovely Borizteca ring girl signaling the beginning of round number 3.
But that's enough to take her off the screen, and here are the fighters once again.
Right when you said that, look what happens.
And you're welcome.
That's for all you guys watching at home. We're listening and reading your comments as we are live here on Fight Up TV at the Salon Mezzanine, broadcasting from one of the hotbeds of boxing in the entire world, Tijuana, Mexico. As Rafael Ramirez and Alejandro Alonso have boxed 2 rounds now as we begin round number 3. Alonso, befuddled by the box and move style of Ramirez, attempting to get some sort of offense going in this fight. Ramirez, being extremely elusive, will pop the jab and will move out. So we see him pop the jab right there. Alonso now doing a little bit of moving himself, but he eats a jab.
And I know a few of you noticed already the fact that Rafael Ramirez has TMT on the back of his head. And fun fact here, Rafael Ramirez used to be a sparring partner for Floyd Mayweather back in the day.
Though this fight is a scheduled 6-round welterweight attraction, though looking at the size of Ramirez, the size of his legs really, big for the division, big welterweight.
A good ass punch
and
by
excuse
Alonso.
me, folks, got a bit of wrong information here. This is not a welterweight fight. Both Ramirez and Alonso weighed in at 158 and 157 respectively. I was going to say, this guy is way too big for a welterweight. These are middleweights in the ring, folks. Ramirez pot-shotting. Ramirez putting in work in the gym. Actually weighed more for this fight than his previous fight, moving up 3 pounds. Though a big difference in his body. He looks more in shape and more ready physically in this fight compared to the last fight, the last outing that he had over here. So he's continuing to work behind that jab. He follows it up to a hook to the body. Alonso slowing down a bit in terms of offense.
It's like I said before, Marcos, the fact that every time he throws, he hits wind. So it's kind of frustrating, and it'll definitely make you hold your punches a little bit more.
Alonso's jab looks like it's gotten a lot better from his last fight. Sharp and compact. He's landing just about every time he throws it. So he lunges there with the body shot, lands, finds its mark. As we come to the end of round number 3, Ramirez in control of this fight so far, showing big improvements compared to the last outing that he had over here.
Yeah, definitely. Marcos has the right opponent as well. Alejandro Alonso, you know, not an elusive target, is coming forward on him. And just the style that Rafael Ramirez needs to shine. He needs somebody to come at him, throw punches, and you're going to see the tactician in Ramirez. He's gonna slip, he's gonna dodge, he's gonna counter, and mainly just pop that jab like he's been doing first couple rounds.
We now begin round number 4. Ramirez continuing to work behind his jab. He's been finding success with it the whole night against Alonso. Alonso not finding any answer whatsoever, not able to counter behind it or put any sort of offense. Alonso, a veteran in the ring, close to 40 fights. So in terms of experience, is more experienced than Ramirez, strictly on paper. But like you mentioned, Chris, Rafael getting indispensable knowledge being a former sparring partner of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Yeah, you could see it in the style that he has, you know, very defensive-minded, you know, pop shots you, makes you miss, makes you pay.
See, switches to southpaw for a brief moment there. Got to mix it up a bit, confuse the opponent.
Yeah, I think he just feels comfortable in there with what he's doing.
Yeah, he looks comfortable in there in general. He's having his way with Alonso. Alonso landed a punch to the body there.
Ooh.
Eats a hook, though.
That was a pretty solid hook there. Hey.
Three-punch combination there from Ramirez. Ramirez now in his groove. He's feeling confident. Got his rhythm down.
And a good body shot right there landed by Alonso.
So he digs to the body there. Alonso finally landing a series of 2 punches there, hooks. Ramirez acknowledging the work that Alonso did. Gives him a nod.
That's what Alonso has to do if he wants any chance in this fight. He has to throw more combinations. He can't throw one shot. It's going to get parried. It's going to get swayed from Ramirez very easily.
Ramirez now is walking him down. 2 big misses there from Alonso. Like you mentioned, Ramirez, very elusive targets. Very hard to get a clean punch on him.
Yeah, even as he's walking forward, too.
Two-punch combination of the body there from Ramirez. As he follows it up with the straight right hand. Alonso now trying to make it a street fight, but he can't find his target as we come to the end of round number 4. We now take a look at the action from round number 4. Ramirez with the straight. Alonso tries to come in, bully his way to try to land some punches, and we see the elusiveness on display of Ramirez, moving his head very well.
But the problem there is, Marcos, is that Alonso is only throwing one punch at a time. If he wants to win this fight, he's got to put his punches together. He's got to throw combinations. You're not going to hit Ramirez with one shot.
We now begin round number 5. Rafael Ramirez with his boxing, with his stick and move style, in control of this fight. Getting rounds in against Alejandro Alonso, who has yet to find a rhythm or success with his offense. He's trying in there, but he gets befuddled by the jab of Ramirez, who's been very accurate with it and has been popping it out throughout this fight. So he sticks it there to the chest of Alonso. See if he works something behind it. Alonso missing with those 2 hooks. Ramirez once again working off the jab.
Yeah, just dictating the pace with that jab.
Just controlling him. See a 2-punch combination there from Ramirez. And he follows it up with the jab. Straight right there. And if there's young and up-and-coming fighters that are watching this, good example of what the jab can do to an opponent. And Ramirez showing that with a good jab, you can not only befuddle an opponent, but work combinations off it as well, Chris.
Yeah, just control him like he's been doing this whole fight with just that. Jab and movement, jab and movement. I mean, Ramirez gets his shots off when he wants to, but it's just when he wants to. And they're a little bit far and few between, but for the most part, he's doing excellent work. And typically his style, man, is just popping that jab, being elusive in there.
Four-punch combination there from Ramirez. Follows it up with a straight right hand. And right back on the jab. Shots to the body. Alonso responding, but he's going to have to do a lot more than that if he wants to start winning these rounds from Ramirez.
A little bit too late, Marcos. I mean, he definitely needs a knockout if he wants to win this fight. You know, he's getting controlled and outclassed the whole fight.
So we come to the end of round number 5. Ramirez with a combination there, landed flush and caused the sweat off of Alonso to hit Chris right over here ringside.
Right in the cheek.
Es patrocinado por Mijo Management. BIB, the best in boxing. Damas y caballeros, este es el round número 6. El último round. Ladies and gentlemen, this is round number 6. Your final round.
This is the 6th and final round here of the fight that we are watching right here on Fight Hub. Rafael Ramirez, Alejandro Alonso. As Ramirez has been in control of this fight, dictated by his jab.
And it seems Marco's like he's going in there for the kill, man. He's coming in forward with his head down, winging shots.
That's a two-punch combination right there.
Trying to get his opponent out of there.
Ramirez looking for an umph, an exclamation point to end this, it seems, as Alonso clinching, using that experience that comes from having almost 40 professional fights.
And that's commendable because, I mean, he has the fight won. He could just cruise it if he wants to, but he's trying to put a oomph to this show right here.
Ramirez wanting to fight on bigger cards, bigger stages, certainly needs an oomph here to get that going. Though what he does have going is his offense, as he lands a good overhand there. Keeps popping that jab and working behind it. As the corner of Ramirez implying him to keep working and to place shots to the body. Stiff, sharp jab there from Ramirez. Four-punch combination there, ends it to the body. Alonso taking it well, though no response from him. Ramirez continues it up with the straight right hand, walking his man down. And Alonso smartly clinching, coming forward, getting a break as he eats another punch right there, though.
Yeah, I think Ramirez gave him a little bit too much time after he hit him with that left hook to the body, Marcos. It was a solid shot. A pause in the action for Alonso, but, I mean, Ramirez didn't capitalize.
Come down to the final seconds of round number 6. Ramirez, Alonso, duking it out here for the fans at the Salon Mezzanine.
And a great round, man, to close the fight. After being in control, he came out here, he looked for the finish. He didn't get it, but he threw everything he had. He landed crisp shots. You know, it's just, Alonso's a tough dude, like you said, almost 40 professional fights. You're going to run into just hard, tough veterans like him.
Ramirez, though, putting on a strong performance, a strong showing here. Compared to the last performance that he had over here at the Best in Boxing. Leaps and bounds. He looked very sharp here tonight.
Yeah, he did.
And in shape, too.
And in shape. And I have to say that a big part of that is he's now my gym mate at the Pound Boxing Academy right here in San Diego, California. You know, if looking to get pushed, Juan Medina, owner, trainer, that's what he's going to do. And that's what Rafael Ramirez did in that last and final round, as we can see. And nonstop jabs, nonstop jabs. Beautiful hooks to the body to finish these combinations. And once again, we see here every single time, starting with the jab, sets up those hard right hands.
So we now go ahead and going to take it up to our ring announcer, Pablo Flores, to get the judge's decision.
Damas y caballeros, este combate ha sido a la distancia de 6 rounds, por lo tanto tenemos la decisión de los jueces. After 6 rounds of boxing, we have the judges' scorecards. Los 3 jueces, all 3 judges have the same scores of 60 to 54. Francisco Pacheco, Sergio Lechuga y Max Zúñiga La Bandera tienen las mismas tarjetas de 60 a 54. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime, San Diego, California, USA, el Rafael Ramirez.
So we see a victorious Rafael Ramirez now improving his record to 24-2.
Y también el reconocimiento para su rival. Round of applause for his opponent, Alejandro Alonso de Tijuana.
Putting on a strong and solid performance here at the Salon Mezzanine against a very experienced Alejandro Alonso.